going to give you guys 5 tips on how to get better at Fortnite, and I can guarantee you guys have not seen the last one. Let's get right into it. Tip number 1 is play ranked, and I know this seems obvious and not that exciting, but it has so many benefits. Playing ranked is going to give you the real world experience. This is the map you're going to be playing tournaments on, and it's going to be where you play competitive, and it's going to be where you learn your drop, how to loot up off spawn, and how to fight in real world situations with real ping. And one thing I want you guys to do is to fight in ranked. I know it's tempting to just camp, to get to Unreal, but at the end of the day, fighting is what's going to make you better. And then camping is just gonna get you to a level where eventually you just can't fight anymore, and you're gonna lose. You're gonna lose every time. You're not gonna improve. You might get a better rank to flex on your friends. If you truly want to get better, you're gonna want to be pushing everybody. And yes, I know, not camping is easier said than done. I mean, I literally camped last night to try to get some rank, but try not to do it. Fighting is going to give you a lot of confidence, and eventually you're just going to be able to key everyone you find. And it's going to translate really well into tournaments. If you camp your way up ranks, you're just going to develop a fear of other players and think they're much better than you, especially if you've gotten lucky and camped your way to a high rank. Because if you're fighting your whole time, you might go down a bit, you might go up a bit, but then at the end of the day, you're going to know you can fight these kids you're playing against. If you die, that's okay, you just queue right back in. Tip number 2 is you want to be practicing your mid-game fights. Now these are super important in case someone pushes you, or if you're in your first game of a tournament and you want to get a few elimination points or you see some weaker players in the field. Now this is my favorite map to do it. It's a speed realistics map, so you can get a lot of fast reps in. I'm going to post the code at the top of the screen right there. And what it does is it allows you to be the pusher in every other scenario and also be the one boxed up. The good part about these maps is they have 1v1 maps as well as 2v2, so if you want to practice with your competitive duo, you can do that. The most important thing to think about while doing these fights is to close them out fast, because these fights are simulating a mid-game fight. You want these to end fast so other teams do not push you. Your third tip is aim training. Now I know this one sounds lame and it's gonna be probably the first one you guys skip, but as you progress, and especially once you master the first 2 tips, this becomes more and more important as Storm Surge becomes more and more prevalent. For those of you that don't know what Storm Surge is, basically it's a mechanic that was added by Fortnite to make players fight and earn damage on each other without making eliminations too many points, as the whole point of a Battle Royale is to survive to the end. My favorite place to do this is Pro Training by Mr. Savage, Mongrel, and Amar. Basically, you just come into this menu here and you select what you want to work on. I use this just for aim, but you can use it for building and piece control as well. Once you're inside, you pick which weapon you want to work on, and then also pick which distance. The one thing to remember when doing this map is to carry weapons you're actually going to use in competitive games so that you can practice what to do with them. There's no point in practicing with a sniper if you're not going to be carrying a sniper. Now since we're on definitely the most exciting tip of the video, I think now might be a good time to mention that consistency is key. It is much better to be consistent over a long time than to just have one insane power session where you're just doing aim training for 10 hours straight. So basically the key with this kind of thing is you want to pick a time period that is sustainable throughout the course of the future going forward. How much time are you willing to put into Fortnite? How much time are you willing to put into aim training every day or every other day? You want to pick a schedule that works for you that you can stick to. With tip number 4, we're stepping into the end game. The end game is one of the most important parts of the tourney. This is where you're really going to start racking up your placement points. This is where you're going to get most of your eliminations. So you really want to practice. There are so many things you need to keep in mind during an end game. You got to think of where's the storm going? Where am I going? How many resources like materials do I currently have? Are my guns reloaded? Where's my teammate? Trust me, I know. But anyways, there's a lot to think about. So this is a crucial thing to practice. The perfect map for this is fan favorite Forever Zone Wars. Now luckily there is a solo version and a duos version of this map. The solo version is perfect for practicing for those solo cash cups, especially when what you're trying to do is get that victory royale. The duo ones are very good for FNCS, duo cash cups, all the team modes. The basic rundown of this map is it is a continuously moving zone with continuously spawning players. So you just gotta keep moving with Storm, trying to stay alive using limited resources, getting refreshes off people. If you die, it's okay, you just spawn right back in and you can get back in the action. When using this to train for solo cash cups, you're gonna be wanting to think about where's the Storm going, where am I going, what's my resources look like. But most of all, you're gonna be looking for that win. Your main priority is to survive here. There's no huge point in getting elims unless you're looking for a refresh or more heals. And luckily, these maps have a mechanic built in to even encourage that. If you stay alive and you slowly build up a kill streak, you will be rewarded with different rewards. Now before we move on to the most overlooked, and in my opinion, the most important tip on this list, I'm just going to quickly remind you that I do give away V-Bucks. And yeah, there's V-Bucks hidden in this video even. So make sure if you missed them to quickly look back, see if you can find them. Maybe they're in the future still. During tip 5, who knows. But anyways, if you like my videos, make sure to like and subscribe. And you're going to get these free V-Bucks in every other Friday video, which gets posted with a premiere, so everyone has equal chance to try to find them. Best of luck to you. And last but definitely not least is tip number 5, IQ and game sense. Now this is incredibly important. You need to be creative out there, you need to be different, you can't be predictable. And now I was kind of stumped with this one, I'll be honest. I couldn't really find a map that existed out there that really just caused me to be creative. You know, I had these ones that were pre-made, you know, go up this ramp, do a double edit, fight this guy, jump on him, you know. All the maps were seeming the same. So that's when Mexico and I came up with this solution. It is called Tilted Zone Wars. And now, you're like, Mixter McDream, I've already heard of Tilted Zone Wars. I've played it, there's a bunch of little kids playing it. But here's the thing, this one's different. This one is not just Tilted Towers, the OG one that you know of. It also has Gotham Tilted and Neo Tilted in the map that it cycles between. It also has every weapon to ever exist in the Fortnite randomly sprinkled through, so you could literally spawn with any weapon. Now don't worry, you will always have a shotgun and an AR and heals. But it can be any from any season, so you're going to have to find ways to be creative to use some crazy weapons to find a way to win around. Now on top of it, this is designed as a zone war, so it is an endgame simulation through cities. That means walls you can't edit, you gotta break through, you gotta find different layering. This is gonna cause creativity to make your pathing, work on your IGL skills, and ultimately get that victory royale. Trust me, you have no idea since playing this how many times I've played against you and they've been like, Dream, I'm so much better than you mechanically, and my aim is so much better, but yet I can't eliminate you. You somehow always find a way to eliminate me in such a weird way. That would call me a weird player. I think that's due to this map. It's crazy. It has so many random things, so many meme strats, so many meme weapons. People won't expect it. They won't see what's coming. You're gonna win. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to see how to win every Fortnite game with some of my other tips, check out this video. I'll see y'all in the next one.